Come take a seat on your mat, either on your knees with your toes underneath you and your butt on your heels, or cross-legged. Bring your hands on the front of your thighs. Close your eyes. Take an inhale. And exhale, release. Now tune in to the sensation of your hips. Feel whether your natural arch in your spine is a little bit curved like this. Maybe it's a little bit hollow like that. Try to bring in some motion into your sacrum and your spine. Tilt your hips back and then your hips forward. Feel the sensation drift further up into your ribcage. Inhale, expand your ribs. Exhale, push the air out. Now your spinal undulation will reach up to your chest. Inhale, expand your chest and bring your shoulders back. Exhale, round your shoulders forward. Inhale, arch, start looking up. Exhale, hollow. Bring your chin into your chest and look down. Now staying in your hollow, feel the weight of your head. Relax your neck. Exhale. Inhale, bring yourself to neutral. Open your eyes and let your hands fall to either side of you. Bring your right shoulder up to your right ear. Inhale and exhale, let it fall. Bring your right shoulder up and fall. Up and fall. Now shrug your left shoulder up and fall. Up and fall. Keep on doing one shoulder at a time and feel whether your spine moves with the movement or perhaps it doesn't. And that gives you a sense of how tight your ribs are, how tight your chest is, how tight your movements are. Now bring both shoulders up. Hold it. Inhale, let your ribs expand. Exhale. Feel how moving your ribs will start moving your shoulders. Now let both shoulders drop. Take your right ear and bring it to your right shoulder. And then your left ear to your left shoulder. Keep on moving your head and neck in isolation of your spine and your shoulders, and feel the sensation in your upper traps. Maybe your shoulders follow. Now open your eyes and come to your hands and knees. With your shoulders stacked over top your wrists and your hips stacked over top of your knees. Bring that same sensation into your hips again, where you arch and then you hollow, you arch and then you hollow. Feel the difference between the sensation when you start at your stomach and you use your abdominal muscles to bring the hollow and relax into the arch, or when the motion comes from your hips. Do the same with your ribs. And notice how each time you bring your ribs up, you're almost pushing into the ground and engaging your lats. Keep on breathing as you do this exercise. And then tuck your toes in, lift up your knees, engage your upper body into a neutral, and bring both legs back into a plank. Now in your plank, push into the arms, shrug your shoulders up and down 5 times. 3, 2, 1. Come back to your knees and bring your hips back into a child's pose. Let your head relax onto the ground. Bring both of your palms to your right side. Feel the stretch in your left shoulder. Relax into the ground. Inhale, exhale. Come back to neutral. Then let your palms walk over to your left side. Inhale and exhale. Once you're ready, come back into your plank with your shoulders stacked over your wrists, your core engaged, your butt squeezed, and your legs strong. And now put a little bit of weight onto your left leg and left side and left arm, and bring up your right knee close to reaching your right elbow and back. Do this 5 times. Bend and back. Bend and back. Bend and back. Try not to move any other part of your body other than your knee. Now switch sides with your left knee bent and have your left knee reaching for your left arm. 5 times on your left side as well. And when you're finished up, come back into your child's pose. Take 3 deep breaths. Now push yourself up into your downward dog. You might have your knees bent just a little bit. Make sure to engage your shoulders. Push into the palms of your hands. You can bend one knee at a time and move your hips from side to side, your spine making C shapes on either side. Exhale. Try to tilt your pelvis so you make a little bit of an arch with your lower spine. And then wrap your femurs inwards and try to straighten your legs just a little bit. And if possible, bring the heels of your feet into the ground. If not, keep your legs bent, but make sure to engage inward rotation of the femurs and push back. Now slowly walk your feet up to your hands. Grab either side of your elbows and let your upper body relax and drop down. Keep on breathing. Play with the weight of your hips. Bring your weight forward and feel the weight shift into your toes. Then bring the weight back. Lift your toes up. You can swivel to your left side and swivel to your right side. Allow your shoulders to hang and pull your upper body forward. Perhaps you feel the sensation in your calves. This tells you that you have a little bit of nerve tension as well as tight hamstrings. Now bend your knees and bring your upper body onto your thighs. Slowly allow your hips to fall back, and perhaps you'll be seated in a squat. Maybe your heels will be a little bit lifted. Keep on breathing in this position. Allow a little bit of movement and rocking into your hips from side to side. Try to make C shapes with your spine. Bring your left ear to your left hip and your right ear to your right hip. Bring your hips back up and your hands onto your knees. Look up, keep your back straight, push your upper body into your hips, engage your legs, and look forward. Let your arms bring you all the way up. And then slowly relax back into your seated squat. Now from your seated squat, use your hands to push yourself up, step back into your downward dog. Then lift your right leg up, keep your hips square to the ground. And then open your hips, bend your leg. Look underneath your right arm. Push back into your square hips. Bring your knee through and place it in between your hands. Let your left leg slide a bit back. Your front knee is at a 90. And you are pushing all the way down. Your lower body is very engaged. And you bring your upper body up, hands up, and open into a twisted warrior. And make sure your left hip keeps on pulling forwards as your right arm is pulling back. Come back down, push your hands into the floor, come back into your plank, drop your knees, untuck your toes, and let your hips fall down. Take a deep breath with your arms on your sides and push into a small cobra. Look up. Keep your shoulders as far away from your ears as possible. Push your legs into the ground. tighten your buttocks, and you should feel a sensation right behind your rib cage. Now push through a child's pose, and then tuck your toes into a downward dog. Lift up your left leg. Keep your hips square to the ground, your eyes neutral. Now open up your hips, bend your knee, and look into your left armpit. Keeping your knee bent, bring your left leg through your arms. Place it onto the ground. Slide your right leg back. Engage your right buttocks. Push into your left calf. And bring your arms up. Bring your left arm back and twist. Feel the contralateral pull. And come back. Place your arms down. Step back into plank. And push yourself into your downward dog. From here, walk your feet back to the front of the mat and allow your head to drop. And put your hands on your knees. Push up into a half forward bend. Bend your knees and sweep your arms up as you engage your thighs to do the work. Inhale and exhale, drop your hands towards your sides. Make any adjustments you need with your clothing now. Bring your arms up. Push into your feet, make sure they're parallel. Start bending your knees a little bit and bring your hips back into a chair pose. Now generally, your spine will make a little bit of a curve right here. Try to engage your core so that you have a neutral spine and sink a little bit deeper. Come back to standing and bring your arms into your chest. Exhale. Close your eyes, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Keep your hips square and shift a little bit of weight into your left leg and bring your right knee up. Root down into your left foot. And you can either point your foot or flex your foot. Keeping your knee in the same plane, try to open it up as far as it'll go, and then bring it back. Open it up as far as you go until you start feeling the engagement in your buttocks, and move it back. Now, instead of keeping it in the same plane, move it about 45 degrees into this direction and start making little circles with your knee. Switch to the direction of the circles. You'll feel your standing legs start to shake now. And then come back to stand on both feet. Do the same on the other side. Shift a little bit of weight onto your right foot. Press down. Lift up your leg. Keeping your knee in the same plane. Open. And then close. Open while your hips are in line with each other, and close. open, close. And now at your 45-degree angle, start making small circles in one direction. Keep the circles very, very small. You may find that you start to wobble just a tiny bit, and then change the direction of your circles. Come back to stand at both feet. Lift your arms up. Now slowly roll all the way down. Let your hands drop on the ground. Bend your knees if you have to. Push into the ground, step back into your plank. Hold here for 5 breaths. Remember to engage your core. Hug everything towards the midline. And when you're ready, try to bring a little bit of weight from your shoulders forward. Bend your elbows, have them pointing back, and slowly lower onto the ground. Relax when you get to the ground and rest your head on your left cheek. Keep on breathing. Bring your hands in line with your chest. Have your elbows pointing back. Squeeze towards your center midline and look up just a tiny bit. Relax. Rest your head on your opposite cheek. And when you're ready, bring your hands close towards your chest and push further back. Your butt is squeezed, you're pushing into your hips. Your chin is lifted. There might be a little bend in your elbows right here. Now tuck your feet and push back into your downward dog. Bring your left leg into the midline, push evenly into both of your hands, and lift up your right leg. Now bring the knee close to your chest and push your weight forward, and then slowly lower the leg. Now you want to open up your hips towards the back wall, and your feet are perpendicular to each other. The front leg points forward, the back leg runs through. So you've got a heel to arch alignment, and your hips face in that direction. Make sure to sink down so you're at a 90. Bring up both arms, and your torso is facing where your hips are facing. You can take your right arm, let it rest on your right knee. Lift your left arm up and gaze up. Hold for 3 breaths. When your arm is back, and open up your warrior. Then come down with both hands onto the ground, step back, and bring your other knee up into your chest, slowly lower down. Now you open up your hips to the front of the room. Place your foot down so that The front heel lines up all the way to the back arch. Your hips are facing forward and your arms are out. You can look forward, bend this arm, place it onto your knee, and open up your right arm. Gaze at the ceiling. Bring your right arm, slide it to your back leg. Once you've got a good hold, you can push into the arm, open up your chest to the ceiling, and bring your left arm up. Windmill your arms back to the ground, step back into downward dog. Take a deep breath here. Now bend your knees, push into your arms, and take a little hop to the front of the mat. And you'll find yourself in a seated squat again. Feel free to let yourself sit down, lift your legs into a boat position, either with your legs bent or your legs up. Holding on to the sides of your legs and pushing your chest forward will give you a little bit more stability. Look up, let your neck be a little bit neutral. Now bring your left arm onto your right leg. Push your right leg towards your left arm. Keep on pushing. Use that to try and turn your body. Gaze at your back arm if you can. Take a deep breath and switch your arms, your right arm and your left leg. Push towards each other. Keep your hips forward. Now bend your knees and slowly lower yourself down onto the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Straighten your legs. Let the ground find you. Relax your feet, relax your legs, relax your hips, your shoulders, the back of your head, and your arms. Take a deep breath in. Hold at the top, and then release it all out of your mouth. Keep on breathing in your own rhythm. Now bring your right knee up and your right foot flat on the ground. Now to use your left arm, grab this and slide your right elbow onto the ground. With your right palm flat, you want to push down. You'll feel tension in your spine. Make sure to keep your left hip down as well. And just push a little bit. Push your core back. And try to feel the twist in your spine. Relax. And switch your legs. Every time I do this, my spine cracks. Now bring both legs up. Where the knee is stacked over top of the ankle. You want to give a little hollow in your spine so that there's no space underneath here. Your core is pushing into the mat. In that core position, you squeeze your butt, you engage your legs, and you push into the ground. Let your spine fall slowly back onto the ground. And here in neutral position, you can see that there's a little bit of a spinal arch right there. So you want to take that spinal arch out and push down, squeeze, and engage. If you push into your arms, you'll bring more curvature into your spine. So you can bring your hands together underneath you and push into it. And let go. Now bring your right knee into your chest. Use both of your arms to hold your shin. This will cause your core to push up against your spine, the way it should be. And now engage your left buttocks and strengthen your left leg and push. Don't arch your back to compensate. Keep this knee into your chest. You might not be able to get off the ground that much, but that is the feeling you want to feel when you're pushing into your hips. Lower down, switch your legs. So there's this feeling of pulling apart here, pushing down into the knee and pulling yourself together at the front. And in this way, you'll start to feel these muscles engage, which is the feeling that you want. Relax. Now let yourself feel the sensation of the floor receive you. Keep on breathing and let your mind wander. Think about where your body is at this moment in time. Think about whether any parts of your body are engaged. Can you relax your chest? Can you relax your stomach? Can you relax your hips? Are you able to close your eyes? Is there tension in your shoulders? Can you let go of that? And keep on breathing. And with each breath, let another part of your body relax into the ground. Let the ground hold you. Maybe you need to shift a little bit to get more comfortable. Allow yourself to get comfortable. Allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to take time to just breathe.